Cheka, CEO, Pathway Newspapers and Conglomerate.
You're welcome, sir.
I
Morning,
welcome you
sir.
to the program.
Thank you very much.
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Metano. How are you guys doing today?
Well, okay. If
I'm doing well.
I think
By
you
the
are, you,
grace
are,
of
so-
God.
you are supposed to be celebrating because
Why?
we have done with primary elections.
Yeah, I beg,
and,
I'm not a party faithful.
no, even
Do
if
you
you are
know
not
why?
a party faithful,
Okay.
your senatorial district, don't you have a
We
candidate?
don't have the results yet, so.
Well, I think what we saw yesterday was maybe it's a foul play or the National Assembly committees from the federal level came in the state, and my media organization was among the media organization that was invited for the press briefing.
Okay.
And the chairman, Mr. Odudu, Barrister Odudu, made it clear that they are here to monitor the primary election and at the same time announce who is the winner of the election. So after the press briefing, we went with him to inspect, oversee some of the wards. There are 7-man committee. 2 was deployed to Delta South, 2 were deployed to Delta Central, 3 were deployed to Delta Central, while 3 remain here. But among the 3, unfortunately, one of them have an emergency, so we have to move back to Abuja. So we went to Ward 5, Ward 4, and Ward 9 under the Oshimini South local government, that is Asaba Metropoli. And we saw the turnout, and the chanting was clear that the supporters of Okowa was in a mass to vote him. You know, it's a direct primary, not a consensus primary. Initially, the National Working Committee was actually vying for consensus primaries, but the aspirants decide that they are going for direct primary, which was conducted yesterday on a free and fair atmosphere. There was no rank recorded, especially in Delta North, where we actually supported the overseas because of our political engagement. So after that, we went back to the state secretariat of our dear party, the APC, and the coalition officer from the 9 local government came on board and announced the figures of the primary election. Thereafter,
it was the figures that was announced, not the results.
Yeah, I'm coming. So after the figures from the coalition officer from various local government, and the returning officer was Professor Onyero, which is our commissioner. It can only calculate the total number. So after the chairman of the committee verified the results, it's the media, the pressmen, to give him few minutes to go through the figures, and he went through the figures. He announced the result. So, but this morning when I woke up, when I was going through some of our media outlets, and I saw that a statement was issued by Mr. Abdullahi, the chief of staff to the national chairman, that the result, whoever that announces results in any state, is not valid. So we are hoping and praying that we see the outcome of it. The more important thing is that the primaries election have been
Okay, so because this is my senatorial district,
yes.
and you mentioned direct primaries,
yes,
and not consensus.
Yes.
And I thought, in my opinion, so that's why you're here to correct me, that when you're talking about direct primaries, it should be for people who are card-carrying members of that particular party.
Yeah, you're right.
But what I saw yesterday, and from the the sources that I heard from, that the people who came there, some market women, some people who are just on their own, and they will say, "Come on," and I was seeing some things that were not properly coordinated. Someone writing in a cardboard, others are writing, just pick a piece of paper on the floor and just write the name of the candidate. For me, is that how a direct primary election is supposed to be?
We are still growing in terms of party democracy. You know, APC as a political party, because of the massive numbers of supporters, especially in Delta states, we have people who registered online. There are people who their membership card was registered online. They have printed. Some of them, some of our market women are more political than some allied. Let me use that word, because whenever they say go and register, they go and register. So why you see those women is because majority of them are card-carrying member of the political party. If you look in various local government, you will see that yes, there is a massive membership registration. I can tell you for free that during the registration process, some of our party leaders take it as a responsibility upon themselves, visiting market to market. Some of them even went to the extent that they visit those small meetings, like what we have in my village. We call them Mitipo. That is women meeting. You can, if you are a man, you don't belong to them. That is where your marital issue is being discussed. So if your marital issue is poured out in that place, and the majority of the women are against you, that marriage is gone. So our women went to the extent that is the women leaders in our party went to the extent of meeting those women. Please come and register. And agent was sent to all these our women who are not technically inclined. So they helped them to register and print out their book. Issue of using black card or whatever to conduct primary election, because it's primary election. No, yes, in Delta State. Before now, yes, before now, what they do is it was a one-man party in 2020, in 2019. Let me start from 2015. In 2015, when Okowa came on board, it was a one-man political party. Onero was in charge. In 2019, Omar Gige was in charge. In 2023, Omar Gige was in charge. So these people are doing it, okay, I am in charge, whatever I do, that is what the people takes. But now, internal democracy have been deepened. So everybody is allowed to do what? To vote, so long you are a card-carrying member of the political party. So that is why you see that a lot of masses are there. Numbers of voters are, and they are there because they went to participate in the electoral process, which we are preaching. Don't be defranchised. Participate, like what the chairman said during our conversation with him. He made it clear to some of the party agents and the coordinators of various world we visited that one of the major things to prove that you conduct free and fair election is when you allow any members of the party to vote. Yes, don't defranchise anybody. Whether I'm supporting Timothy and Timothy was screened out, allow me to stand for Timothy. Did you understand? Yes, but there are people like issue of Ali, the chief Mrs. Ali. She was not cleared during the screening committee, but she got 0-0 vote in some of the ward and local government, because there are still people who are still a supporter that are still ready to work for her, even if the party did not clear her.
Okay. All right. So moving forward quickly, is that the right way to go, especially for democracy? Is that the right way to go? Somebody who is not on the ballot and was not cleared, and yet he still had
Zero
votes. We also saw cases where they say void votes for people that did not vote. Does that show any level of transparency?
I think we are still on the learning process in terms of party internal democracy.
And you know that this can be interpreted in the courts and it can be used
Yes,
against anybody.
there is a room for that. That is why the party in the APC, they have a committee that are in charge of appeal, because it's a party affair. Now, the committee in charge of the appeal will oversee whoever that is not satisfied with the result.
And if the person decides to say, okay,
Yeah,
I want to go outside.
it must first of all be handled internally. Before you can proceed to court to seek for redress. But it must be handled internally, and there should be an evidence that this is the process, the guideline. Like in terms of the primaries for the House of Assembly, people who were disqualified or was not screened, there was three factors that disqualified them. One of them was contradiction in their birth certificate and their credentials. And then the other one was disqualified because of the zoning, even the whole delegate, that you cannot use your last money to do politics. Because even that yesterday, if Ned was not a man, maybe somebody who have a heart, with the figures you are hearing, you first of all look for where to even see Agbo, or look for, say, let me die before this shame will come. You see, politics is it's a game of interest. Don't allow anybody to tell you. These men knows what they are doing in terms of trying to constitute whoever that is in charge. If you look at people who are in charge, you don't see where somebody like will come on board. It's not possible, because whoever that is in charge of the is within the confine of the cabals. That is why that word is being used in political. Yeah. That cabal, it was among the cabal. Okay, you can now, you are in DBS, you are in DBS. I am an external body that comes to look at it. Right. There are some issues in the DBS. Mama will tell you, this is how we do part two. You will ally with him. Because why? You are in that DBS, the same. That is why you see all these things playing around. But we are hoping and praying that at the National Secretariat, they should accept the result. Because the massive have said, this is who we want.
What of the events now that the tables are turned around? What happened?
It's a fate. That is what you, as a politician, you have to, if you are a loser, you will celebrate with the winner.
When you know that you won, but because of party is supreme.
Yes, that party is supreme.
You
have to understand that this is not a general election. This is a party affair. So the party decide who goes in, who bear the flag of the party.
Why the primary election?
I was listening to yesterday the National Publicity Secretary, Barrister Felix Ebok Moka. We met in the state secretary, so we exchanged pleasantries. So I took away and conference. It was like, oh wow. So I was listening to him in our Rise TV channels. It was asked by Shane, is it not Shane? Shane, sorry, that you said the governor is the supreme leader of every state. But in terms of what you are seeing in the screening process and the primary so far, the governor, especially state, have no stake or who bear the flag.
Yeah.
The response from the National Publicity Secretary of the party is that the governor is in charge of the party at the supreme leader at the state level. But the conduct of the primary election is controlled by the national party. So because of some of the lapses the National Working Committee saw in the primary and representative, they decide that, oh, since you allow this thing like this, you people cannot do it, let's back home and do it well. That is why they said no result should be announced at the state level, that everything will be done in the Abuja. Like when Tinubu came on board, every appeal court, every case in appeal was handled by the court in Abuja, not in various states. So these are the issues, these are mechanisms that politicians use in managing who will come in and who will go out. So we pray that God will give all the grace.
So when are we expecting the result?
In terms of the result, I believe that within 48 hours, the result will be announced.
That's how long it took us to know our president in 2023.
Yes, because the committee will take time to go through the results, scrutinize what is
primary
coming.
election.
No, that is how it's done. They will take time to scrutinize a set of people, cabals.
Yeah.
There is no way you can get a ticket of the party. And if you don't get a ticket of the party, there is no way you can win an election. But if you have a multi-purpose political party, okay, ABGAD is doing well in Delta State. They have 3-4 members of House of Assembly. PDP is doing well in Delta State. They have 3 members in State House of Assembly. Labour Party is doing well. APC is doing well. NDC is doing well. ADC is doing well. You will see that a room for people to participate more in terms of politics and deepen democracy than one political system of government. I was telling somebody yesterday, I said, all these things that is happening is here for one man. All this scenario you are saying is built up for just one man. So if we continue like this, there is no room for other people to come in on board. They will keep determining who will come in. Oh, no, you are not lawyer, go this way. No, you are not lawyer. Who is your father? Somebody, no, you are not lawyer. Who is your father? Somebody was asking me, he said, I saw your big board in, that was 2023 election, because I organized a very massive support group, spent a lot of money. is I saw Ucheka support group for PD. Who is Ucheka in that local government? Is it Ucheka from? Is it Ucheka from Igbake, the musician? I said no. It's Ucheka from Owibu. Said nobody knows Ucheka now. I said Ucheka. I said hey, you could have used that your grandfather's name. Why is it Ucheka? Nobody knows your father. So what is he saying is that you must have somebody in that cabal before they can bring you in. If you look at what is happening in my own local government, I was telling somebody, I said, look, we are smiling, but we are bitter. Okowa, who is our national commissioner of the Superden, and Jonan was the people who pampered, were pushing her, especially Henry Offa. Sometimes Henry Offa, before we come down from a vehicle, they will educate her how to push Yoruba into the matter, the terms that you use, speak this one as you talk so that people will feel that you understand. But today, what do we see? She's one of the toughest women in Delta State in terms of politics. Yeah. She's the toughest woman in Delta State. Daughter to the former governor. Right. Orode. Yes. Odwan. She vowed for the office in 3. She did not make it. They gave her commissioner for women. Today, she will be emerged, whether you like it or not, as the candidate of the party.
They called the result already.
She's now the candidate.
Yes. And even they did their primaries.
No, primaries today. Today is 20th.
I thought she was vying for National Assembly, House of Assembly.
Yeah, House of Assembly. They have not. She have been cleared to contest. So now we are waiting for the primary election. Believe you me, she's a candidate from that local government. Back to Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. Elekokore was a member of the House of Assembly. Right. He was vying for the 3rd term. He was pushed aside because you are not supposed to go for the 3rd term. And the daughter came. If you look at the scenario and how the end of what is actually happening in terms of our political terrains, to see in the next 20, 30 years, if you are not from a particular
do you know that Buhari's son?
Yes. Yes, clear.
Solomon La.
Yeah.
Even Rufai son too.
Solomon La, one time.
Wike is also his son.
I know Benny La.
Tinubu, we have Sheyi.
The city movement.
Coming up.
So it's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
For me, it's a phenomenon. You understand?
That is our challenge. We are not against her, because if you look at the last dispensation, I supported her with my own resources. I have not gone to her office for one to say, Madam, call a spade a spade. I'm a PhD student, so I understand what is good and what is not good. So gradually we're getting to that age where say we not over push you. Say don't push me. I'm not bar in my community. I spent will be secretary to the current chairman. But because of my certificate issue, it must be 10 years postgraduate experience before you become. Yes. So I was screened out of that race. So a lot of okay, don't worry, any other appointment will take care of you. I've gone. But my community youth went into fracas. So after the fight and elevating, our leader, Chief Lawrence Oshobu, come on board. You are securing what is outside. I'm going in to go and check what is inside it. So I think the level is not the same.
At all.
So you will what I'm trying to say is that there is a stage you get to, you know what is good and what is bad.
All right.
So that is that.
Okay, quickly, yes, we've just had a brief, more like a repertoire, a repertoire of all that's been happening, most especially with the primary congresses. So we'll go straight to the papers now. Just take a few of them, and we'll wrap it up for today. We'll have the Daily Times, and the Daily Times has a story that has to do with melancholy. Melancholy. The Daily Times is Oyo School kidnap, bandits behead teacher. And the writer says Tinubu Makinde promised rescue of victims. That is from Oyo State. The Daily Times, screaming headlines there. Okay, our next paper.
Right, Nigerian Tribune, and of course still the major headline, Oyo school abduction. We won't bow to terror, say Makinde. So many writers to that story, but away from that, Senate primaries, Uzodinma Abiodun Okowa, Bello pick APC ticket. I don't know if that result has been announced, but this is what we have for the Nigerian Tribune.
All right, for the Punch newspaper, Daniel Mosun Rogers crash. Abiodun Uzodinma Bello win APC Senate primaries. That is it for the Punch newspaper. And by virtue of earpiece from the Punch, 2027 ADC screens 70 governorship aspirants for primaries. That's it for the Punch newspaper this morning.
The Nation, Tinubu security closing in on Oyo pupils abductors. Senate race, APC governor, 7 senators scale through. They've already announced the winners here in the Nation. I don't know if I can read that out. In Lagos, we have Wasiu. Let me go straight to Delta State. Okay, in Delta State, we have Dafionene, Ifanyo Kowa, Joel Onowakbo Thomas. Oh my God, so Ejele didn't make it.
The results are out already by
The
that
results are
notification.
out. Yeah, the results are out.
Because for the Nation newspaper to
Oh my gosh.
publish it,
Yeah.
it shows that the results are out. All right, to go to the Daily Trust. The Daily Trust has the screaming headline, Nigeria bleeds as politics takes center stage. Abducted teacher killed in Oyo, 7 soldiers in Sokoto State. Below the bottom strip, APC Senate primaries. Rogers, Network will lose.
Oh.
Akpabio, 4 governors win. All right.
It's out.
Results are out already.
Yeah, results are out. Okay, Vanguard, APC Senate primaries, Okowa, Abiodun Uzodinma win, Nedunwoko, Goje others lose. Well, that's it.
And we still have this one from Oyo School kidnap. The Oyo School kidnap still under the Vanguard.
Teacher-student protest, colleagues abduction, killing. I don't know if you saw that video yesterday. I don't know, but that's it. A lot of writers on that story, and of course so many other stories on the Vanguard newspaper. I don't know if we can still take it.
Okay, we'll just take the Mr. and Miss cartoon series now.
Can you see it?
Yes, at a friend's birthday party over the weekend, I had 1 bottle too many of a special blue wine, making all my teeth blue. I later rinsed my mouth and my teeth turned white, except one.
Is that not what they call Bluetooth?
That's it, Bluetooth.
All right. Well, we're gonna take it from the not just Oyo killing.
Yes,
it's
we start with
captured
the Oyo
everywhere, and then we quickly talk about the winners because I mean, we have
That's
winners.
where we are.
Yes, that's where we are.
Yeah, so can you come back to the studio now?
Yes. So the Oyo school kidnap, teachers, student protest, colleagues abduction and killing. Yesterday we saw a gruesome video, the beheading of that
School teacher.
classroom teacher.
I think we must pray and hope that the security architecture of this nation will wake up to what actually happened. Because the aim and objective of Boko Haram is to eradicate the Western education.
Yeah.
That is their major aim. Now, it have happened. It's gradually coming down to the south. Let me use that. Before now, all these killings are from the northeast. That is when you hear Borno, this, Kaduna, this. But today, even Oyo, that is closer to us.
Yeah.
So we are just hoping that something urgent should be done Because if you keep kidnapping the student, you are instilling fear into the heart of the peoples. Because the little one who can read, maybe they have phone like the secondary school, the one in the SS1, SS2, that are seeing where they said at school they kidnapped you. When they come back home, they may tell their parents that, Daddy, I think I have fear of going to school because of what is happening. Yeah. That means the Boko Haram organization has been able to achieve their aim. So we are calling on the federal government, especially the security agencies, to look into this situation and see how, because there is no way you can tell me in that environment there is no police, there is no civil defense, there is no DSS assigned to that area to oversee the security situation in that particular place. And another thing there is that election is getting closer. Our leaders and politicians are more focused on politics than governance. This is the challenge you are facing. You know, I was telling somebody this morning during our morning devotion in my prayer group that Satan use your weaknesses and the time of your pleasure to attack. That is why, as I said, that is why I don't do party. Why I don't do party is that you invite people to come and celebrate with you. Among them is your enemy. Among them is your friend. Among them is the people who just went you dead now. So every opportunity, we have seen some cases where after birthday celebration, the celebrant will just be coughing blood before you know what is happening. He or she will die. So I don't do party. All I do is I go to church, do Thanksgiving, and go home. In the evening, if I want to take my family, I'll just take them out to have fun and go back home. So now, because the bandit understand that the politicians are now more focused on how to a very disturbing situation.
Very disturbing.
So we call on the federal government to intensify effort to ensure that this issue of insecurity is being handled professionally. Because I was listening to one man in one of the podcasts. He was talking about how all these insurgents operate. That some of them are even people living within us. You may not know. Even in the public vehicle, you can enter with bandits in your public vehicle that you are traveling. Along the line, they will kidnap everybody. So the informant is what is among them. And he also said that the people who are beneficiary of this insecurity in this nation will not allow the security agency to do what? To handle the situation. All they are doing is to see they'll just come and make a public statement that we are intensifying our effort, we see what we can do. So the federal government and the security agency should intensify effort to ensure that this situation is handled, so that we can reduce this headline. You wake up in the morning, instead of you to look at things that like investment, Nigeria and now have a share is investing so amount, scholarship is granted to so and so number. We are saying so numbers are being killed. It's unfortunate and it's uncalled for.
All right, really quickly, how the mighty have fallen.
Who fell?
That is our next point of God.
Who fell?
And that has to do with the APC Senate primaries.
Who is the mighty?
Yes, we have a lot of big names here. Big names here.
Yeah.
From what the Punch is telling us. Daniel, the former governor, and following suit, Amosu, who is also a former governor. Rochas, also a former governor. These are mighty men.
Yeah.
You know, of the four of them.
Okay, who's the one?
Of the four of them who are governors, the only person that's came through is Okowa. Daniels used to be a governor in way back Ogun State. Amosu also at one point. Rochas also at a point. Foley and Abiodun, the current
sitting governor.
Uzodima, Bello.
Sitting governor. Bello, the former governor.
Yes, the former governor. I think he's taken over from Natasha.
Yes.
That's the meaning.
Yes.
So the mighty have fallen. Let's have your
I think
contribution.
that is actually what we said earlier, that we are gradually fading out from democracy to, how will I put it? Can I put it autocracy or agbadocracy? You see, now all leaders believe in one political party. And this one political party system of government that we are gradually embracing in this nation will cause havoc in the future. Why did I use that it cause havoc? People who are doing well, if you don't have the support of the cabal, you cannot go back. You cannot go back. You barely have an outstanding case with the ESCC. And at the same time, the ruling party is also giving him a ticket. That is to say, you are encouraging what? Corruption. This is where we get ourselves. You are encouraging what? Corruption. It's alleged because the court have not found him guilty. Look, Natasha was a woman who did extremely well during her tenure in the Senate, and she is also in the Senate. Her tenure will be elapsing by June next year. Now, though she's from opposition, but with all indication, there is no way she can win election and come back. These voices of women are gradually what? Fading out. When you are supporting one political system of government, where you have one party in 32 states, 32 states, out of 36 states, what do you think we are doing? We are gradually going out of that, and you will be coronated as a senator, not elect, because there is no viable, if you come down to Delta State, though the performing governor is the reasons why many people said, oh, I will not run for governor. Let me sheath my sword and support him because he's performing extremely well. I'm in support of Governor Sherry going back as a governor.
True.
Because of what he's doing. He's a governor who have done extremely well within just 3 years. Now, moving forward, the people who are there before, who in one way or the other felt that, this is for me, this is for me, are now coming back. Look at what is happening in Delta Center. Omar Gige said he went to return, that he went to be a senator. We all know that Idafinone have just done 110. So that 110 that is done, they have been able to attract 1 or 2 projects to Delta Center.
And the people love it.
And the people love it. In Delta North, where I come from, Nnedi Nwoko is promoting one agenda, who by extension, Anioma State, who by extension will be in favor of the people of Anioma. But the challenge we are having with him is ceding our zone to Southeast. Yes, that is the challenge. But I am in support of the Anioma vision. Like I always tell them in any way I find myself, that I'm in support of the Anioma State creation, so that we can be able to have more people in government, and we'll be able to have more civil servants, and be able to open doors for people to what? To have one-on-one interface with the government. But I am not in support of ceding to the East. So now a lost start. I don't think that the Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa will go to the Senate and continue in promotion of Anioma agenda.
He said he's in support,
So
but he doesn't support it going to the East.
So we pray, we are just praying, because if you look at all indication what is happening in politics, the primaries and the election to come, you believe with me that if we continue like in the next 10 years, there will not be an election in Nigeria again. Once you are done with your primary, you go and celebrate because you are what? You are in that that political party. So Nigerians should wake up. Let us also have interest in other political party, not just one political party. Because if we continue with this one political party system of government, we are doomed. Because a time will come, whether you are good or not. So long you belong to that political party, you will emerge as a leader. So this will be our future challenge. Let us see how we can be able to look into this and see how we can gradually remedy them.
I agree.
All right. We'd like to thank you so much. Yeah, because our time really is gradually getting spent out. Victor Cheka.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for bringing us up to speed.
Right.
And for your wonderful contribution to our various contributions so far.
Thank you.
I think this is where we draw the curtains for today.
Yeah, we're joining.
So if you have to say a good